Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, United States of America, planet Earth, and I was told I was supposed to stop that one because I
Milky
can't say
Way Galaxy.
every year I add to it. First it was Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and then it was the United States. We're back with another edition of Bar-jutsu Live. I am Jim, of course. I wear no glasses. I was yelled at. I'm not allowed to wear my glasses today. Uh, with me is the greatest crew I could ever ask for. The hosts of this show, starting to my left, the one and only beautiful and newly recognized by a fan that was actually here, Layla Paige. What up? To her immediate left would be the one and only host of last week's epic show, where at the end he revealed his nipples, but we got yeah, you did. There's the one and only GothHop and Romeo. To his left, the beautiful, talented, lovely, almost three sheets to the wind right now, sexy Amanda Nene. And with us, new, this is a little golf clap. And with us, my newest addition. I'm very excited to have him. Not just because it's February. I had to say it. I had to say it because you were all saying it. Mr. Valance, what's up? We had a little comment. It's pretty funny. Which one said it sounded rich?
Me.
Valance.
Which one?
And he said, yeah, it's not.
It's not.
Which one?
It really isn't.
So we are here back at Scarpaci's for another edition. I'm super excited because what is it? It's fabulous that we're all here.
Fabulous.
And we
Epic
are,
fabulous.
I'm so excited that the whole pandemic thing is over because now all the bars are doing it. And then we just got an email yesterday. Our sponsor, Iron City Beer, wants us to do a beer pong tournament at their brewery in Creighton. Everybody know where Creighton is?
That's out 28, right?
It is out 28. So we're going to go out there. Layla's like, I don't give a shit. You're going to go.
Yeah.
Also, we're going to start doing shows Wednesday night as well at Gorman's Pub. We were going to do it tomorrow, but no, it's not.
So 2 shows a week?
We're going to do 2 shows a week. Plus, not only are we going to do 2 shows a week, we're going to start doing, like I said, Saturday night beer pong tournaments, which we have one coming up March 30th at Gorman's Pub. See how I plugged that little segue I did there?
Yeah, good job.
You like it? Thanks, man. That's all I'm talking about. I am going to up my pay for doing this. But March 30th at Gorman's Pub, we are going to have a 2-man tournament teams for beer pong. Remember, we do use water in the cups. Please drink responsibly. Sponsored by Iron City Beer. So anyways, before we get into what we're going to discuss tonight, we had a topic we wanted to talk about past relationships, bad breakups, and revenge. We got some good stories going. Aaron Romeo, what is in the news? You fucking tall, skinny, pale piece of shit. What's up?
I
Love you, buddy. Love you.
But yeah. Well, Trump won South Carolina.
Hold on, just a second.
Right.
You actually have notes right now?
Yeah.
Or is that just a napkin?
Napkins.
Oh, dude, it was so beautiful. He leaned in and he was like, well, where do I begin? And I was like, oh.
The local person to the mayor.
The hometown.
Rather, South Carolina.
The former ambassador.
Nikki Haley.
And Nikki Haley. Dude, that was embarrassing. CNN even had a countdown on, and the clock was counting down, and they waited till it hit. They waited till it hit all zeros, and they went, "All right, so Trump won this one." And they were, as soon as it was like counting down, and they were just like, "Can we just say it now? Okay, it's over." And it was like 2, 1, 0. They were like, "Trump wins South Carolina." No enthusiasm. They were like, "Huh? Okay."
See how that pans out.
See how that pans out. What's next? Michigan, right? Is it Michigan next?
I think so.
Way to do your research.
Yeah.
News,
Well, my thing is, regardless of the politics, like, she has to be the backup in case Trump can't run.
Unless he gets shot.
Right. Like, something might
That's what's going to happen
legal
next.
issues going on. He might not even be able to run.
Yeah.
Quit predicting stuff.
I keep predicting shit. I can't help it. Dude, can I just say, the fact that you jumped right in, and he's all like, let me out of my... Dude,
I needed to say that.
I love it.
Yeah.
But the fact that he was just like, I'm going to hit the ground running on my first episode. I loved it. It was great. But,
What else is going on in the NFL?
Oh man, shit starting Amanda.
A lot of off-season acquisitions, Steelers are talking about, for example, talking about a new quarterback or what to do with Pickett.
Is Russell
They're not
joining the
sure.
Steelers?
That's a possibility.
I saw that.
or- Yeah,
I wouldn't mind
possibility.
seeing
Just
Sierra at some fucking Steeler games.
Who's Russell?
Russell
Russell
Wilson,
And he
You
is.
say Sierra.
former Broncos
Sierra, he's married to
Seahawks.
Sierra.
All right, now I'm gonna ask a dumb question. Who is Sierra?
Nice.
Is she
You're
the one
such
that?
a geek.
Is she the one that the chandelier song?
No,
No, that's Sia.
Sia. I live under
Sierra
a
did
rock.
the
you
My
are, you
Goodies
are
song.
such a geek.
She
You know
did
the song My Goodies?
My goodies.
My goodies.
My Goodies.
My
My Goodies. My Goodies. No,
He was never cool though. He wasn't.
I
cool.
was never cool.
He said it. Like, he never used to go to the club. He used to
I
say it.
I did.
Yeah.
That
You
was
know?
like one of the first songs they
Yeah,
played.
that's
My
what I did.
goodies.
I danced with my
Now,
Now,
hallway.
when she says goodies, is she referring to her
She's
breasts,
talking about her goodies.
Goodies.
It's
her
you know,
vagina?
Yeah.
Whatever
it's
goodies
open
she
to
got.
interpretation.
Hey, before I forget, at the end of the episode, we have a great short film by a fabulous director in the Pittsburgh area, Mr. Cut Jones, with Cut It Short Films. I love it. It's hilarious. I don't know if you're familiar. Are you familiar with
Oh,
his
yeah.
work?
Editing.
He does great work. Makes me laugh. Most of his films are like with his kids and shit. I saw the one that he did with the construction worker recently.
Yeah.
It was a bit long. And I was
It's like
like,
7 minutes.
yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
but it's a good one. He does really good editing. We are going to have him here on an episode to interview, talk about his films. But Aaron, please proceed. I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No, that's all right. Nothing too crazy to talk about. I didn't talk about any killings this time around.
But you still have time. We still have
Let's talk about the murder.
53 minutes.
Then Governor Shapiro is working on an education budget for the area too.
Fuck that. I want to talk about the deaths.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
Talk about death. Come on.
Dead people. Come on.
This is what he does.
Oh, God.
Talk
Talking about the death.
the race thing.
You have no
That-
death
that you-
stories for us? Somebody had to die. this
No,
week.
well, yeah. I mean, I didn't do much research, but into any of the bodies being found, and no.
But you know something.
Do you
Somebody
have some
dead.
in your apartment?
No.
It's like, not anymore. The acid has dissolved.
In the basement.
So nothing else. What else? What's going on?
Hockey season. Pens won the other night, 7-6 against the
Pointless.
Flyers.
As much as I love the Pens,
I can't
it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. I love Sidney Crosby. I think he's great. One of the best. I think he's ready to retire.
He's really nice too.
Yeah.
He is very nice.
He's been at it for a long, well, how many years? Like 20
It's Sidney
years?
I
Crosby.
think he's like 38 now. He's up
I
there.
think he's older than that.
Well, when he got here, I can't believe he's been here for like 19 seasons already. 20 seasons or like, when he got here, he was 19. And I remember the idiot newscaster. She's like, she was interviewing him when he turned 21. And she's like, oh, Sidney Crosby, you're 21 now. What's it feel like to go to a bar and have a drink? And he goes, feels the same way it did 2 years ago when I was 19 in Canada. And he looked at her like, what are you, fucking stupid? It was the best answer ever. And she's like, oh, yeah, of course you can drink when you're 19 up in Canada. He's like, yeah, so this doesn't really bother me. He's like,
Yeah.
and
Of
they
all
were like,
things for him to worry about.
he was like, yeah, if I wanted a drink, I just went back home and had a drink. He's like, I don't really give a shit. But it's just funny guy. He did a commercial for Gatorade, and this was a couple years ago. They actually ended up using different footage, but they picked a bunch of guys from the ice rink. I think it was Ice Castle. They picked a bunch of players that like fit the look.
Talking about
And
hockey
my
player?
brother, yeah, my brother, we all played hockey. And my brother was down there, and they picked him, and they were like, "Hey, you look like decent sized hockey player." So I was like, "Yeah." So they pick him for it, and they go down. And he spent the entire day at the arena, and they're passing the puck around with Crosby, and like they're shooting around. He's like, "This is fucking awesome," and they were told, "Don't touch the Gatorade bottles." They're like, only Sid's gonna touch them and stuff and do all this shit. And everything. And my brother was like, well, what happens if we touch a Gatorade bottle? And Sidney takes it, Crosby takes a bottle and passes it, and he goes, he catches it. He goes, look, now they got to pay you more. And they were like, what the fuck, man? So, but my brother said he was really cool to skate around with it. But I do hope they're not in playoff contention, right? There's
No,
no,
well, they're like very low chance wild card.
there's no way they're not going to pull it off. They didn't have the normal season that they normally have, where they start off high, then they go low, and then they go high again, and then they're upper, then they start stinking towards the end, and then they're done. Malkin's tired, Crosby's old, you know. Lataine's about to have another stroke. Fucking
Wow.
washed up. Sullivan, I love him as a coach, but you can only do so much. You know, it's like Michelle Therrien said, these defensemen, they stink.
Yeah, they're not
They're
it's
terrible.
a young team. Make sure
They stink. Anyways, we had a great show. We have 5 people on the panel tonight, and we're going to get into some good stuff. And I just want to apologize to my mother ahead of time. I'm sorry. I'm about to hear a shitty story. I don't give a fuck. And she yells at me all the time. She's like, you say fuck a lot on the show. I would apologize, but I don't give a shit. So tonight, let's discuss it. Who wants to go first? Tonight, we're going to discuss past relationships, bad breakups, and the revenge you took upon that breakup. And Romeo, you look like you got a great one. No, tell you what.
What should I go into?
You're not going to go into that because it's still in legalities and it's still in court. Amanda and Nene,
We go
because
first.
you have some fantastic revenge stories. Ladies first. That's why we go first.
Oh yeah.
Then why don't you go first?
Yeah.
I'll go first. No, mine is just, because I'm going to go, I'll go like third or whatever. I don't care.
All right. Okay. I'll tell you the most G-rated one that I have because
No, we don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, no, this is.
well, I had
Our show airs at
No
midnight.
holds
okay, first of all,
barred.
I
Just
had to
do
call
it.
my friend to ask her what happened, like if there was anything she can remember that I don't, because most of this happened in my 20s, and my 20s I was drunk.
I mean,
Me too.
Yeah, I mean this is what the 20s are for. I would say, okay, there was a guy that I was with for off and on for a long time. I got drunk and I was waddling around a neighborhood and I peed on his steps.
Oh my God.
And that's the most one that I can tell on. But I did do that.
You peed on an ex's steps. That's it?
That's it. That's all she said.
I know she's got a way better one,
She's saying
but
that's like
we're
the
not going to
bottom
tell
of the
that
barrel.
one.
Okay, well, first of all, rule of girls is this
No
is what my
names.
friend I can't really remember their names. We didn't have revenge because nobody revenge. Because no one broke up with us. We broke up with them.
Okay.
Why get
Right.
revenge?
Yeah, but the reason that this came up, and again, I'm not asking you to tell the story. I don't want you to tell the story.
No.
But I said, hey, what are we going to talk about the show tonight? Earlier today, that's what we want to talk about. And she said, and we were just discussing things. And she talked about this breakup and how it went down and the authorities were involved. And I was like, oh my God. She's like, oh, I can't tell that. It was so good. I said, that's what we're going to discuss.
But I will say, I feel like, at least me and my friends, if a guy screws you over, the women's role is they screw you over, you sleep with all their friends.
Okay.
That's what we do. That is what we do. I mean,
all right.
that's
I've
how
heard
it
that
goes.
before. I've
Yeah,
heard that
that's how. I mean,
it's not a.
it doesn't always happen because most of the people I've dated have had really ugly friends.
I was going to say, that kind of sucks because I had a lot of friends that had a lot of breakups and none of their women called me. Sons of bitches.
But if you would like me to tell the story after other people will, I will give tidbits of the story.
Tidbits, maybe. It was just such a brilliant story.
It is a brilliant story. And that's one of
Step
my
her
friends.
game up and she'll reveal something.
Yeah,
It is.
so I mean, I got
Yeah.
if somebody has something in comparison to me,
It's pretty. Yours is pretty epic. If yours was done, I know yours was like what 20 some years ago.
I was 17.
You were 17,
so 4 years ago.
If I'm 4 years,
What's so
I
funny?
was gonna say we'll stop right. He's like, haha, very funny. if yours was around the time social media was
Oh no, I'd have been.
going, it would have been even more epic. Layla, you're up.
Okay, so I was dating this guy when I was 19. We met at our workplace. I also lost my virginity to this guy. But so we ended up getting our own apartment, and I would go to work because like he ended up losing the job at some point. While I was gone from work, his cousin would go over to his house. Needless to say, it was not his cousin.
Yeah.
So, and also I heard rumors that this girl had herpes.
Oh man.
I went and got tested as soon as I heard this rumor. I knew it wasn't his cousin. So as soon as people at work knew that we broke up, they're like, "He broke up with you?" Because like they were surprised, and like also a funny thing was he didn't like blowjobs.
Oh.
As a man, I thought it was a little odd that
That's weird.
blowjobs.
I heard this before though.
And people would be like, "Why'd y'all break up?" I'm like, I kind of gave little things. I'm like, it's weird that as a man he didn't like blowjobs, and they're like, "Yeah, that's super weird." So they're like, "But what happened?" I'm like, "Oh, he slept with his cousin and got herpes."
So I don't understand.
That's a good
why
one.
That is a good one.
we still think that we actually believe any of the ridiculous things.
No,
that
I would
come
tell
out of
people
their
he
mouth.
cheated on me with his cousin and got herpes.
That's a good one.
That's a really good revenge one.
That is perfect.
All right.
I will
Did
use
he
that in
go?
the future.
You want him to go next?
Yeah.
Aaron, you ready?
I would say the crazy one, like not really revenge stories. Remember my ex-wife like chasing me down, or like
I remember somewhat of this, but I'm waiting for the breakup and the.
Story, so I'm excited.
You have no. So
no, I left like her initially because she was just nuts, like totally nuts. And
I do remember, and I mean,
2016,
that was a while ago. Yeah, that was a
2017,
while ago. So you got married for a brief time.
Yeah, 7
And-
So like after we partying together, you got married?
Yeah, briefly.
No way.
When he says briefly,
You guys knew each other?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's called past life.
yeah, when he says briefly,
So he was with you when you were being the weirdo that I probably was like, get away from me, weirdo. Okay.
but I'm telling you right now, when he says briefly,
Actually, it wasn't.
he means like by the time I hit start streaming to the time I hit end show.
Oh yeah,
That's pretty much how brief his marriage was.
Oh, man.
And she was calling me, like, where is he? What's going on?
Like, on me,
He
guys.
left his daughter here, and I went, whoa, wait a minute.
It's not.
He's got a daughter? And I'm like, did you guys just have
I
it?
did.
And wasn't she like 6?
Shoot.
So like they were married for like 14 minutes, and she was already like, you can't abandon your daughter, and he was like, she's not even mine. She's 6,
I treated
and she's
her like
Mexican.
mine.
No, she wasn't.
Oh man.
But you did. I think that was the only reason you were in that, because you had told me how much you liked her kid.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I remember her birthday.
But
Like we became close.
Yeah, she was a weirdo.
She,
Not the kid.
no,
the
she
mom.
still. I think her next marriage or relationship went south too. Like,
I'm not shocked.
Don't judge people for bad marriages,
know.
buddy.
Yeah, but
Not so much of a
Yeah.
revenge story here,
Like
buddy.
a-
Yeah, get to the good part.
I want to hear that you like defecated on her car
Yeah.
window or something like
not
My
quite.
dog
But
ate
I
stepped on a
mean,
bean thing. Yeah.
like
that. Not quite. I gotta hear what the actual quite is.
It's a flaming bag of food.
He called the shit poop.
there was times I had to like hide in a hotel or motel because she was like around my place, like stalking my place, house or slash apartment house or whatever it's house, but it's and she
So
would
she
like
just really loved you, and she just
she would
Won't let you go.
yeah,
Yeah, I
not
remember.
really like you can't
just
call
like
that.
obsessed.
I had to tell her, I was like, I don't know who you are. Please quit messaging me. Like, she would
I
message
wanna
me
see
on
a picture
Facebook, and
of
I'm like, hello? I'm like, why? I don't remember. She wasn't that bad looking.
No, not at all.
She was pretty,
yeah,
but she was
yeah,
just
she was-
psychotic,
Mm.
which is weird, because that's what happens to you women. The prettier you are, the more psycho level.
I'm sorry, ain't no dick good enough to make me crazy.
There you go. All right. Well, there it is. Maybe vagina, but we'll see how that goes. But,
You women, you women.
yes, you the one of two genders.
See, I've had exes, like, I've literally, I had one ex that was in prison, and I broke up with him while he was in prison. He literally wrote me letters, if I can't have you, no one can.
You can't have me because you're sick.
That's crazy. Yeah.
You women.
That's
All right,
So, like, they got crazy on me.
that's I can see that. I can definitely see
we
that.
talked briefly after, like as friends, but not friends. You know what I mean? But it was kind of like
You were doing her,
not a no. I
bending her over. You were like, "Hey, I know we're not together anymore. Give it a little something, something. Let me get up in your guts." No, not like that. No revenge sex. You're disappointing me, sir. But what's new on that one? Nothing.
Take his crap anymore. Punch him.
P, you're up.
I'm up. All right. So I don't have like a whole like I don't have a good history of dating like as far as relationships go. So it's hard to say I broke up with anyone. But there's one girl we like dated on and off for like probably 2 years, and I don't know. It was great at first, but then it turns out she was like total whore, and so we just kept going back and forth, having revenge sex with other people that we shouldn't have because you cheated first. No, I didn't cheat first. You did. So it was like that for like 2.5 years.
Oh yeah.
So it's super
It
healthy.
was pretty terrible. Yeah.
But that's it.
That's it. That's the best. That's the best I got.
At least I peed on something.
I know.
I told people that he slept with his cousin. and got-
That's a good one.
So
I'll admit.
you
I will-
dudes suck.
I'll admit that was a good one. That was a really good one. And what
Alright.
a great time.
What about yours?
Well, we will get to me right after we get to Danielle's shot of the week. Danielle, welcome back. Do me a favor, stand back here, and then you can talk on camera, or you can come up here.
Hi, tonight we're going to have a berry passion shot. So this has berry vodka, cranberry, and pineapple. It's pretty simple. But
Love your
it's
vodka.
pretty
I love pineapple.
vodkas.
Pineapple is weird.
Don't
A little
like pineapple?
spiky fruit.
Pineapple's good
I don't trust it.
Makes you taste good.
It's the only fruit that has a defense mechanism.
Cheers, guys.
All right, guys, there we go.
Cheers to you guys.
Clink.
Happy February.
Hey,
Ah, see, I can taste. Oh, very nice. Very nice indeed. What was the name of that?
Berry passion.
Berry Passion. Guys, if you want to try one of Danielle's patented shots of the week, make sure you start. I can't even talk. I'm like, hey.
That was that good.
That's
Stop up at
pineapple got to you.
Scarpaci's. She's here Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Ask for one of her shots of the week, and she will hook you up. And you can check her out at Butterfly Bartending if you need any rental services or you need to hire a bartender. Is that what you call it? Renting a bartender or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, but
Or borrow bartender.
borrow bartender, whatever it is, but Butterfly Bartending. She'll come do your event. It's she's great. We love having her here every week. So now let's get to me. And again, explicit language, parental guidance suggested. Mom, sorry. Because my mom's gonna be like, you what? So for those of you that may or may not know me, I have no filter.
Really?
Fucking A, no. Sorry, Aaron. But when I'm in a relationship, I like that relationship just to be in a relationship. But I don't like to be manipulated. And I, at one point in time, dated this girl. And it was a very brief, thing. And I can't believe I'm telling the story. So I noticed after a few weeks, she was just getting like attitude-ish, like wasn't returning calls and stuff and everything. And I was like, all right, well, whatever. And I was trying not to sweat it. And then she basically was developing this attitude so that when she was ready to break up with me, she was just like, you're fucking done, get out of my face, like to make me feel bad and not to be like, I'm so sorry or whatever. So she did it. I was like, all right, whatever, fuck it. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. Right? So I said, all right, she wants to be a bitch like that. I fucked her sister. But wait, there's more. After I was done doing that, I hooked up. This was back in the MySpace era.
Oh, MySpace was dangerous.
Yeah.
I decided, I had a notebook planned out. I said, she wants to be like this. Here we go. So, slept with her sister. Once I was done with her sister, and her sister thought we were in some sort of relationship, I slept with her cousin.
Mm.
So,
Did you get
wait,
herpes?
there's more. I did not get herpes. There's more. So, I knew that once I had the sister and the cousin, there was only one more person to go for. And I played it right. And I knew that the single mom would be down for some young man schlongs. And I slept with the mom.
Oh my God.
I was going to. At that time, I was exhausted. I was like, the grandma doesn't look that bad either. But, you know, come on.
I'm taking a time out. I just want to hear the story before I went pee.
Notebook
I did.
planned out.
I said, this is what I'm going to do.
That's like
You wanna-
Dexter crap.
I said, you want to fuck me over? I'm going to fuck your
No,
bloodline.
I agree with that.
So I slept with her sister and then her cousin. And then eventually, now it took me a couple months, but I was able to sleep with her mom.
That's
Oh
wild.
my God.
And I got her off, and they all found out. And that was the plan. I said, you know, yeah, feel free to let her know.
Yeah.
Because the sister
Juices your
was like, why the hell? I was playing the game, and I was like, you know, talking to the sister back and forth, you know, hey, we'll hang out, we'll do this, that, that. And I said, meanwhile, I told the cousin, and the cousin was like, yeah, you know, I really don't give a shit. So I actually let the cousin know what I was doing. I said, you know what, I'm going to play this one right. I'm going to tell the cousin, this is what I'm doing. Because the cousin didn't like the fact that she screwed me over, because the cousin got along with me.
Mm-hmm.
So the cousin was like, well, I'll help out. So I nailed the cousin. And I said, you can tell them everything I'm going to do after I'm done with your aunt.
After I'm done with the
And
blood
she thought it was hilarious. She said, there's no way you're going to get my aunt. And I got her aunt. And I was like I said, do I try for the grandmother? And that was a little bit too morbid. But
What was the age gap? What would the age gap been?
oh,
For the grandmother?
her sister, well, the grandmother was, the grandma was up there.
All right, so what was the age
I
gap
want to
for
say the
mom?
grandma was like 66.
What was the age gap for the mom?
So the mom was in, all right. The sister was 2 years younger
Okay.
than her. Legal.
Mm-hmm.
2 years younger, legal. The mom, I want to say, was like 16 years older than her.
Oh, okay.
You know, because she had her young.
Yeah.
And the cousin, I think, was the same age as my girlfriend.
Okay.
I don't even know if you consider her a girlfriend. It was a short 6 week.
You said it was brief. I was
But
going to
wait.
ask how brief is it?
Isn't like when you become a girlfriend is like penetration?
Oh,
Is
that's a good question.
I mean, I've heard that before. Like, dudes consider
I would
when
say
you become
yes.
theirs.
I would
like,
say yes unless you are on a mission.
no, I agree. I agree because there are missions.
And that was I had a vendetta going out.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm doing this.
Gross.
A little bit.
You need to go get tested for some herpes.
Oh,
too.
I've been tested. I did not sleep with my cousin and get herpes.
Weird thing about how much time do we have left?
Oh, we got a half hour.
Okay. The weird thing about, so segue into your story, because the girl that I told my story about, the thing that ended our relationship was she thought that her sister was trying to fuck me. And like she was like blaming me for all this crazy shit that was like going on, and she requested me on Facebook, or it might have been MySpace. It's how long we was friends. But she thought sister was trying to fuck me, and that's what ultimately ended everything. So it's interesting that that's your story, and I have like a little.
Well, the funny thing is the way I got the idea was you know, Jerry Springer was big, and I went, that's what I'm gonna do, because I was a little hurt. You know what I mean? I really
Not
liked
that
the
hurt to bang her whole family.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was bad.
Keep it in the family.
Okay, another thing. All right, I will ask. Well, there's another girl here, so I can ask her. Do you follow the code that you would never sleep with any of your friends, boyfriends, or ex-boyfriends?
Yes.
And I know guys don't do that, obviously, with this situation.
I don't do it.
Because
I
you don't
know-
share penis. You just don't, because it's, first of all,
Right.
number one, it's gross.
Yeah, I don't.
I've had some friends that have accidentally shared penis.
I will, but like when I'm,
If you don't know, then
If you don't know, it doesn't
different.
count.
it is different.
But-
But if a buddy of mine is dating someone and they break up, I sever ties with them.
Yeah, like
I've had like
sever ties, but you just don't.
no. I well, you know, I see that, but I've had people that are like, hey, you know, hey, Porgo, what, you don't talk to me anymore because I'm not with your friend? And I go,
Yeah.
right. I go, sorry, I'm when it comes to my friends, I'm very loyal.
I've
And I
never
will-
liked any
I
of my
will-
friends' boyfriends.
I will cut ties.
I
Right?
talk to them.
I don't care how well we got along. You're like, hey, we were so cool when me and your friend were dating. I'll be like, yeah, were. Sorry. I don't want to have any interest in it. I have none. You know, and then they'd be like, well, fuck you. And I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Fuck you too.
But that's
They
how
said that.
I am. I'm like, hey, you're no longer with my friend. You were off limits when you were with my friend. You're definitely off limits now.
Yeah.
I don't care how drunk you
yeah.
or I get, but it was
Yeah, and you gotta get permission. Like, there was.
You definitely have to ask a friend. Like, if you're interested in your friend's ex, you gotta.
Yeah,
ask.
like I remember
What?
being on the dance floor and my friend was liking this dude that like I dated, and she was like, and I'm like, and it was cool. Like it was just like, but then our other friend who did not get permission went and slept with him.
But dudes, even though they'll give you
Or-
permission, they're like, nah, man, that was I planted that flag. You know what I mean? I claim that in the name of such and such. So you can't reclaim.
No, I mean we're the same way.
I'm
Like,
not sure if girls do it, but do dudes call dibs on girls?
oh, shotgun, yeah, we go shotgun.
Yeah, I honor it.
Shotgun was serious.
I don't compete with friends.
Mm-hmm.
Even if like let's say I was somewhere with somebody and let's say me and Aaron are going and we're at the bar and we both see this
God
chick and
bless
we're
us.
both like, oh my god, she's hot. And if like if he starts talking to her and I see a little connection, I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm like done.
Yeah,
It's a free for
You
all
just
until
let nature follow its
Yeah.
Now,
course.
Brayden here, sporting the AEW, what a nice segue into it. We talked about it in the pregame. He made that great comment to you. You were like, I like your jacket. He's like, I like your face. Brayden, we need a breakup story from you. Where's
Plus
he gonna sit?
revenge.
I need you to kind of stand in between Amanda and V. So we want to get. Are you on here?
Did you say us?
V, do me a favor, move a little bit. All right, so you're good right there. So you
Drag
got,
down here.
right there, right
We're
there.
coming.
There we go.
All right, so there we go. So you have a breakup story with a revenge story attached to it.
So I don't think anybody ever found out about it.
Well, they are about to.
Well, they're going to now.
So I ended up at one of my ex-girlfriend's like family gatherings and stuff. Everybody was in the bathroom. I really, really had to fuck one guy.
Mhm.
Really?
Like number one or number two.
Oh, it
Oh,
was
see,
number
she
two,
said it
maybe.
before I could.
Two. So, and the bathroom's filled up. So I go out back and I find something. I do what I gotta do in it. You know. Little did I know somebody had found that, and I don't know who it was. Brought it into the house.
What?
Dude, into like
It's a bag of.
and then I was like, dude, it was like a box. I had nowhere to go. And then somebody had brought it in and put it in like the vestibule and just let it go.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Lies and rain.
That's
So-
fantastic.
Not so much of a breakup story because I don't even think she knows this. I'm not gonna say any names, but
You found poop in a box. Your ex-boyfriend.
you know, yeah.
That's like
You ever heard anything about one of your uncles saying something about how bad the vestibule smelled downstairs? I apologize. I'm so sorry. I had no other option. I didn't bring it in the house. Somebody brought it in the house. But yeah, so we ended up splitting like 2 or 3 weeks later.
Yeah,
But
I would hope
that,
so.
yeah, but I never told her. Nobody ever brought it up to me. But I heard the story of how that kind of ended up downstairs in the little changing room before
oh man.
the
Who would bring
before the basement.
like, oh look,
I don't know. So
let's
her
bring
cousin,
it
I
down.
will use this name. Her cousin Ray did not like me, and he might have seen me,
Do it.
but nobody ever brought up my name. So, so that's the only person I would think of that would have brought it in.
So I peed on steps and you pooped in a box and somebody.
I did take nice number 2 in a box.
And I slept with a family tree.
And you slept with a
I
tree.
told people my ex cheated on me with his
That
cousin
sounds
and got
like my
herpes.
Now,
I'm gonna get you in there.
yeah,
All right,
I need to
Brandon, I
hear
need
my
you to
new
swap
friend's
spaces.
story.
So yeah,
Because I
let's
can
bring in a
feel-
real breakup.
I can
story.
feel these.
Come
I
on.
got a good one. I got a good one.
Mitch, come on, get on in here, baby.
Did you sleep with the whole family as well, Mitch?
No, it's worse.
Oh, yeah.
It's worse. Okay, so we're talking about breakups, right?
Let's do it.
Breakup and revenge.
So basically,
aftermath.
here's the concept. So, breakup story that was so bad you had to take revenge on.
Easy.
All right.
So I just left my lovely relationship of 6 years,
Oh, well.
right? Spent my whole 20s with the same person. Cool, great. 22 to 20, 27, 28. He left me for his cousin.
No. Oh, okay.
Kissing
Continue.
cousins.
Bro, when I tell you, do not date people from West Virginia.
Right, I'm like fucking my brothers.
So like when the
man.
whole situation happened, I was like, this is not happening. Like it's not. I was like, this is what you see in like movies and like books,
Those
right?
eyes.
Yeah, like you see this on TV. So when it was happening, I was like, bitch, this was not on my 2023 bingo card. So when this man looked at me at our Shania Twain concert and said, yeah, Russ was at our family reunion. Fact that. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? You mean that's your cousin's? He was like, yeah, it's our third cousin. It don't count. I was like, no, baby, that counts.
Yeah, that still counts.
I was like, maybe not West Virginia, but baby, I'm from the city, so that counts.
That is terrible.
That counts.
That's terrible. I'm sorry that you got left for a cousin.
So, like, I'm sorry that it happened to me, but also at the same time, like, at least
You're
I have a really fun story.
Yeah, I mean, you really don't want to be with anybody who wants to go.
Then again, it's kind of embarrassing because, like, how would you feel if you were like, yeah, my ex left me for his own cousin?
But
Oh.
wait, was the cousin real sexy?
But
I mean, my
Oh,
they
story
look
is
alike.
actually
Oh.
You want to see a picture? I'll show you a picture after the show.
Layla's
my story is actually pretty similar.
It's
so
very similar.
I
So-
have to hear it.
So I told him, I told them, so I was dating this guy when I was 19 who I happened to lose my virginity to. We met at a workplace. So, weirdly enough, he didn't like blowjobs. So, like, that was another thing. I like took consideration of.
I love
So we had our own apartment. He ended up losing the job, but, like, I would go to work and his cousin would show up to the house. Needless to say, obviously it wasn't his cousin. And there was also rumors that this girl had herpes. So obviously, as soon as I heard that, I went and got tested, went to work, and people are like, yo, I heard you and so-and-so broke up. What happened? I'm like, oh, he cheated on me with his cousin and got herpes.
That's well.
That is a great revenge.
So it kind of is the same story. Like, literally, when I
But
found
that
out,
wasn't her cousin. That wasn't his
His
cousin,
cousin.
and that was his.
like, when I said that was like some true West Virginia shit,
Yeah.
I was like, you gotta be McFucking kidding me. I was like, I know you're not about to play in my face like
You
that.
couldn't.
And that was right before I went to Vegas. And I was like, you're playing with me.
I just realized I'm sitting here. I'm like, oh no, that's unfortunate. I'm wearing a West Virginia.
So I didn't say it. I was like, you
I look
know,
at the camera. I'm like, ah, shit.
not all West Virginians are bad.
No, I'm not from there. I'm from.
Just him.
This is awful.
It just
So
was
you
like,
learned a valuable lesson.
I did. I learned,
Dating outside of
let's
your
not
area
date.
code.
Let's not date in West Virginia or Ohio.
Yeah, definitely. Not.
Ohio, they can't drive.
It's like
West
they might cheat
Virginia,
on you with your brother.
West Virginia, they'll cheat on you with their own family. Ohio, they can't drive. They'll ruin your insurance. So it's fine. You know,
I agree with that.
it was
The Ohio
great.
part.
It was great.
The Ohio part,
You know, and I left my whole house to that man too. Because I had to get the fuck up out of there.
Mhm.
I was like, this ain't no wrong turn shit for me. I'm good.
I really enjoyed that. I
did
that
too,
movie.
but not when you're living it.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Not when you're looking over being like, oh, you fucking your cousin, girl, I gotta go.
See, I've never put myself in that situation yet, but there's still time.
Well, you know, baby, you know.
Do you remember how I talked about how I was dating an ex in prison?
Yeah.
Whenever I broke up with him, he started dating a girl that looked just like me.
It
Oh,
happens though.
all of mine. They always
that's a
date
common
the great
thing, but how do
value
you
brand to
find
me.
It's like,
You know what's fucked up
The
about my
Clancy-
I used to
Clancy's.
date
The
fellas.
Clancy.
The
Yeah.
Clancy.
They
And
date
he
the
was the
Clancy
only normal
version.
one I dated. And I was like, I should have stuck to dating
Yeah,
fellas.
you break up
Crazy.
with Nabisco and you hook up with
Yeah, he
Clancy.
started dating girls that look just like me.
It's
That's
so weird
unreal.
when they do that. It's so weird.
That is unreal.
that's like
I mean,
a
it's
SVU thing.
you know,
It
kind of-
is.
Yeah.
It totally is. It is.
as long as they break up with me and date somebody uglier, then I'm okay with it because if they can't level up because they're I don't really think the most attractive.
I was saying, bro, I'm
think
desperado
personality.
over here.
I go for personality over looks. Always have.
I mean, I feel like looks matter to an extent, but personality makes up for it.
Yeah, exactly. Like
For me, the first person that looks at
Taking
me, I'm
notes,
like,
buddy.
I'm
that's
ready.
why Jesus made paper bags.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
If you can fuck good, I'm good.
So, like, for example, I used to have the biggest crush on Adam Sandler. Like, I thought he was hot in the 90s.
Oh, Adam Sandler
like-
could spit in my mouth. I'd be cool.
But, like, Adam Sandler wasn't a 10 to society standards, but, like, he was so funny. His personality makes him a 10, like, fills up that other.
And
Yeah,
nothing to do with
yeah,
the
I mean,
millions and
that
millions
is
of
true.
dollars.
Like I think that little guy. What's that little guy's name?
Rob Schneider,
Kevin Hart?
He's
David
hilarious.
Spade.
No, the guy with the big eyes.
Isn't
The
it a
one who dated
comedian?
a Kardashian.
Which
What is
one?
his name?
I have no
which
idea.
one?
The funny one.
They
The
got
funny guy. The funny guy.
Because the Kardashians have had a curse on black men
Scott
for
Disick?
years.
No.
Lord Disick.
No,
Lord
the
Disick.
really funny goofy kid with the
Pete
big.
Davidson.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
He is funny.
He is so funny. He
Now I
looks
know what
like
you
he's
mean
some
by
sort of
the eyes.
creature.
He's a creepy looking
So
dude.
funny.
But
a
he's
creepy
so
looking dude, but
funny.
he's funny.
Yes.
I
Like
would-
Jason Mewes.
Like, no,
I
he gets
would,
bitches. It's because
I
he's funny.
would marry Jason. I just love him so.
Who's Jason Mewes?
What was
he in?
Jay from Jay and Silent Bob.
Bob.
From Clerks. He's a little young. He
It doesn't
know.
matter. It doesn't matter how often
That
how
Well, so
young
is
you are.
she. She's only 21.
Yeah, is that right?
I am officially the oldest person in this fight.
Wait, how old are you?
28.
I'm your age. When's your birthday?
October 12th.
I'm an Aries.
Small Libra. My
Terrible.
best friend is an Aries.
So that's it. I'm so glad that we got this
Or
out.
one of my
Aaron,
best
I'm
friends
very
is Aries.
disappointed.
Why?
I thought you would have something way juicier.
No, that's okay.
I mean, I
I
peed
could
on
have.
something. He screwed a whole family.
Yep.
She got cousin herpes, you know. And,
It's
he
low
didn't
key
really
when he
have-
got her.
It was great.
Had a sex warrant. It's a sex warrant.
But
Yeah.
listen,
Well, if you were a clubber in your 20s, then that's what we all were.
There,
Yeah,
there was
you're
a
right.
there was a video
Own it.
when we were
Yes.
separated that was basically like an adult film of me getting a blowjob that was online.
why
So-
couldn't you say that?
Oh,
That didn't come out.
verified on
That
Pornhub.
was better than the one that you were already
That's
telling
great.
Yeah.
You break up with me, I show our porn
And you
flick.
said he's
And
a
she
link.
was well,
me. Not affiliated with
So we can find you on x.com/.
Good plug. Wasn't
Twitter.com/.
So, guys, we got some great episodes coming up here in the future. We are going to be doing extra episodes Wednesday nights at Gorman's Pubs coming up here soon. V's going to be doing some. You're going to be hosting some shows. Layla's going to be hosting some shows. Everybody's going to do it. We're going to rotate because nobody gives a shit about seeing me. I'm fat. And nobody cares. But upcoming events, March 30th, Gorman's Pub Championship Beer Pong, sponsored by Iron City Beer and Meineke and Sport Clips. So make sure that you sign up for that. What else we got? Oh, we have another one that we're working on right now for Iron City Beer at the Pittsburgh Brewery in Creighton. We're going to do a championship beer pong tournament there. Other than that, that's it. I want to thank everybody. You guys were great. Your stories were hilarious. Aaron, I know you got more in the. more in the
there's
you know,
more.
I know you got some PFA attached ones.
No, not PFA.
You will.
Showed
You
up
will.
in Florida.
With that said, we're going to end the show with a nice little clip. We got a local director, Cut Jones. He has a nice little film company called Cut It Short Films that we like to do. They're hilarious. He puts his kids in them and everything. Mitch, I want to thank you for coming. Where's Braden? Braden,
I don't know where Braden is.
he was awesome. You guys were hilarious. You are more than welcome to come. Hey, what is your alter ego's name?
So I'm a drag queen in Pittsburgh. I headline TwitchCon in Vegas. I'm a Twitch streamer. You can find me at Ms_Ladasha. And I hope that I get to hang out with all of you wonderful people again.
You're always welcome to come back.
Because you guys are fucking amazing. And yeah, The drag community and me love you. So
Who needs to plug something?
hopefully
Layla.
next time you see me, I'll be in my
Yes.
Oh,
good
bring it.
drag with
Always
the good
bring it.
wig.
Always have it in the car.
You know.
Layla, what are you plugging?
What do you mean?
You got anything to plug?
No.
No? No shows coming up? No nothing?
No.
Fantastic. Aaron Romeo, you got a new music video coming out.
Yeah.
You're still working on your fucking The Day in the Life of Aaron Romeo
That too.
screenplay.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about that.
Other things.
Amanda, yeah, we use it the fucking time. What's wrong with you? I know, he does it all the time. Give him a little tongue action. No, there it is. There it is.
Oh, daddy.
V, what do you got coming up?
Nothing's gonna be on here a bit more. Now I might be in one of Cut Jones' videos coming up.
Oh, I am excited about that. Cut is going to come on the show. We're going to interview him. He called before the show, and I told him we were going to use Friday the 13th. So, like I said, this is a short film featuring Cut Jones and his kids. It's hilarious. It's Friday the 13th, a short film by Cut It Short Films. With that said, I want to thank everybody for watching, guys. Like I said, Scarpaci is here every Tuesday night, and coming up, Gorman's Pub. Thank you, everybody, for coming. And from all of us here in Iron City Beer and Bar-jutsu, drink responsibly. We'll see you next time.
You know what, kids? I think we should make a scary short film. So, what should we make a scary movie about?
Oh, me. Maybe like a scary witch, scary cat, scary ghost, scary wolf one.
Okay.
But it might be we won't probably have enough stuff. Like Charlie can be the witch.
Charlie?
Because the witch costumes fit him.
What do you think we should do, Charlie?
No, but the witch is too crazy. Okay, you can be the Jason then. No.
What do you want to do, Cruzy?
I want to be Jason.
Jason.
I want to be Mason. Me too. I want to be Mason.
Who is Mason?
I'm not creepy, Lily.
Well, it doesn't have to be too creepy. We can just go outside, see what happens.
Listen. Where are we going, Daddy? Wait, where's Daddy? Is this part of a movie? Okay, we should go find Daddy in the woods. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Oh, there's a ditch. Huh? Where's Charlie?
Oh my god, don't tell me we lost Charlie too.
I guess it's just me and you. What is that? It's ready, run! Wait, we were just here.
The mask is gone. We gotta find the guys.
It's a cat.
Oh wow, that's a cat.
Who's that?
Is this part of the movie? That cat following us. No! They followed us!
Don't run.
No! It's coming.
We should just go. It's so scary in here. There's literally a cat. And I'm
Chloe,
scared
why
of
are you
cats.
scared of a cat?
Girlie, come on!
Well, hello, kids. You missed the movie.
Daddy missed the movie.